This will be my third Project Pan update, and it has been 6 weeks that I have been working on my items for Project Pan. I have to say I've finished a lot of them quicker than I had anticipated. I thought that this would definitely take me all the way into mid-September, but I think I'll be finished right around the 2-month mark, somewhere around there. So anyway, starting back to an item that I had a little bit left in the bottom, but I had counted it as finished, but I did end up leaving my Buxom lip gloss laying flat in my car like this, and since it's super hot outside here, it had melted all the product onto the bottom, and then I was able to get the last little bit that was stuck down here. So this is completely cleaned out now, so now it's officially finished. Okay, so moving on to stuff that I have finished, and then I'll move on to the stuff that I'm still working with. So this is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer, and you know, I did like this a lot, but I'm probably not going to repurchase it just because I think it's like $10, and if I use this every single day, like this is how much I used in a 2-week period using it every single day. So, I mean, if I use this every single day, this probably would not last me much over a month, and this is just using 1 pump a day. Anyway, but I did like this. This was very nice. It left a nice kind of dewy, luminous glow on my skin, and then I could put my foundation over it, and you could still, you know, I still had like a luminous look to my skin. So I did enjoy using that, but now I'm moving on to something else. Okay, next item is my Maybelline Color Tattoo from the Metal line. This is in the shade Barely Branded, and I thoroughly enjoyed using this. I love these things. I think they are extremely comparable to the MAC paint pots, and these are only, what are these, like $5.50 or something? Like, they're super cheap. They're under $6 if you can find them at Walmart. Next, I have my Benefit Dandelion Blush, and you know, it's finally gone. I am so sick of this blush. Thank goodness that it is finished, because while it is a beautiful shade, and sometimes if I would apply too much of another blush, like a brighter blush on my cheeks, I could always count on the Dandelion blush. If I put it over it, it would just blend everything out and it would just look perfect. But I am so sick of this blush. I don't think I'm going to repurchase this. If I get a sample somehow from a subscription service or something, great, but I'm not going to go out and purchase this again. These are $28, but you do get a nice chunk of product. How much do you get here? 7 grams of product. So there's a decent amount in here. So onto my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20. So you can see here my progress. I mean, you can tell I'm using essentially the same amount every time. I mean, every 2 weeks I'll forget a day, or like in this one right here, in this mark from the last update, you can see that I had skipped like 1 or 2 days of using it, but I tried to use it every single day this past 2 weeks, and I mean, it's not a bad concealer. I just have to put it underneath my foundation or else it creases under my eyes, and that's kind of a pain for me. I don't dislike it anymore, but I definitely still think that my Makeup Forever full cover concealer is better than this, but it's not a bad concealer. This one creases on the top of foundation, my Makeup Forever one doesn't. So I do like this. I'm probably gonna get down to this mark right here where like the E is by the time I'm finished with the Project Pan. So I'm okay with that, because this was I had a Project 10 pan. This was my 11th item. I wasn't trying to finish this up entirely, and I think that's kind of a stretch, trying to finish up almost a full concealer in 2 months, 2.5 months, but anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not planning on finishing this for the project pan. I just want this finished for at the end of 2014, just so everybody's clear. Alright, moving on to my bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Milk Chocolate Bronzer, and this is in the old packaging. So I had to scrape everything from around the edge and repress it into the center, and there's a lot more product in here than I thought that there was. When I repressed it, there was a good layer, probably that thick, around the edge that just had not been touched. So this will probably take me, I don't know, 3 weeks to go through, 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know, I guess it just kind of depends on what brush I use. If I use my e.l.f. bronzer brush that I've been using, like the angled, I think it's called the angled blush brush or something. If I use that one, it tends to pick up more product. If I use my Sonia Kashuk stippling brush, it tends to pick up less product. That's what I've been using for my contour, strangely enough, is a stippling brush. But it seems to put it right in the exact spot that I want it, and you know, it blends it out at the same time. So I'm satisfied with my Sonia Kashuk brush, so it'll probably prolong the life of this bronzer as well. So anyway, I don't know how long that guy's gonna last. So, and then I ended up adding in some additional items. So this guy was lost for about a week. This is the Revlon lipstick in the shade Primrose. But I did make some very nice progress on here. That's the lipstick as of right now. So if you roll it down to where the little stopper holder thing is, that's how much lipstick I have. This should last me maybe 2 weeks. Week and a half, 2 weeks, if I wear it every single day. So, I do like this lipstick. I love it. I would definitely repurchase this again, but I don't need to because this was actually, I have a backup because I lost this, surprisingly enough. And so I went out and purchased another one, and then I found this, so that's why this guy is in the project pan. And then also the other item that I added in, this is the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian. So this is where I was 2 weeks ago, and this is now my mark right here. I did end up taking the stopper out, which helps a lot. It really does. So now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this in my car when I come up to work, and I'll leave it flat like I did with the full size, like lay it flat like this, and then I'll be able to get every single last drop out of the very bottom. Because if you don't leave them flat, then you have about that much product left down at the bottom, and it's about, I don't know, 2 applications, 1 or 2 applications. Anyway, so back to my little making sure I'm getting my money's worth kind of a thing. So adding up the items that I had finished in the previous 6 weeks, well, let's see, from the past updates that I did, there was, I think I added up $112 worth of products that I had finished up, but I miscalculated the little Sephora eyeliner that I added in. I think I calculated that at $7, but I think you can actually go to Sephora and pick them up for $5. So I took off $2 of my total, so I'm at $110. This primer was $10, so I'm at $120. The blush is $28, so what is that, $148? I have it written down here, but I'm not going in the same order. And then adding in the color tattoo, that would be, this is $43 right here, added into the rest of the stuff that I finished. That's $153 worth of products that I finished in 6 weeks. And I'm extremely happy about that. So that is my Project Pan update. I should have another one in about 2 weeks, or if I finish this bronzer, because this is the last little guy hanging on in the original Project Pan. Like, this is the last original from the 10 items. My husband is so sweet. He came home today and he had a huge, big red makeup holder for me. So I started putting all my stuff in there and getting it organized. It's not gonna hold everything, but I think it's gonna hold everything except for like my eye stuff. So, if you go to my Instagram, I put a picture of the item that he brought home, and it looks like the Alex drawers from IKEA, but it's a shorter version. It only has 3 pull-out drawers and then a really big bottom drawer, but it's my freaking favorite color in the entire universe. It's bright red. I love it so much. So if you want to see how I'm kind of organizing everything at the moment, you can go to my Instagram. My name for Instagram is CherishMichelle86. I'll link that down below. I'll link my previous Project Pan videos down below as well as my video that I made with the tips and kind of, you know, helpful suggestions on how to have a successful Project Pan. So that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching.